Hi, I'm Amy on A Lolly Life, and today we're going to be talking about knotting the thread when you put it on the needle. Everybody needs to know how to knot their thread. Knotting your thread this way, where you take your thread and you have the end of your thread and you take it and you kind of do it like you're tying the first part of your shoe. Really slow and torturous, and the knot that it gives you is super tiny. You can barely even see it. It's not even much wider than the thread itself. Not a good knot. This is how I judge my length of thread, how much thread I should take that won't hopefully get tangled. And what I do is I take the end of the thread in my finger and I just basically stretch my arm out, and so from my finger stretched, or my arm stretched out to my nose, that is a good length of thread for a beginner. We're going to talk about knotting the thread. When it comes to knotting your thread, there are two methods. I'm going to show you the tried and true, easy, it's going to work method. You have your needle down here, you have your thread, the end of your thread down here. There's the tail of your thread and there's your needle. What you want is you want to put your needle and the tail of your thread together and pinch them in your hand like this. So we have this and we have the tail of the thread, and we are going to pick them up, pinch them together between my thumb and my finger, and take the thread that's closest to the tail, wrap it around 1, 2, 3 times, and pull it down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that thing of thread and I'm just going to pull it down to the end of my thread. Ta-da! I have an awesome knot. So again, you have your needle, you have the tail of your thread, pick up the eye of the needle and the tail of the thread and pinch them between your fingers. 1, 2, 3 times. And then you you pull it so that it slides down in between your pinched fingers. Grab a hold of that and slide it down your thread. Hoo-yah! And there's our knot. Pretty and perfect. This is a slightly more advanced but much faster technique. And to do this, I lick my finger. So yeah, licked finger. And I want to grab the tail of my thread and pinch it. I don't want any tail sticking out on this side. So I want to pull it. I want to pull it until the tail just barely disappears. So it's pinched in there, but you can't really see it on this side. So you have your wet finger and you have your tail, and you pull it just so that it disappears. Wrap it around your finger, slide it off, grab and pull. There it is. I'll do that again. You wet your finger, grab the tail, make sure that it's slid so that it's not showing on this side. Wrap it around your finger once, roll your thumb off the end of your finger, grab a hold of the thread just above and pull. Lovely knot. The knot on the end of the thread. And that is my tips for today. With that, I will see you next time on A Lolly Life.